This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. We have made it to Friday, December 8th. I'm Ray Collins.
Good morning. I'm Stephanie Webb. We have made it to Friday. Feels good.
Your first
First week. That's right.
Yeah.
First week under the belt.
Yeah, and a big surprise for you at 6:55 this morning, by the
I'm
way.
looking forward to that.
But first, let's get the weekend forecast. Here's Wendy Ross.
And we are looking at just some fog out there. Nothing like we saw yesterday. But just make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra time. Patchy fog out on the roads. And we're also looking at very warm temperatures, 74 degrees right now. Winds are coming in out of the south. They're starting to pick up just a little bit. We have cloudy conditions around, high humidity, high dew point. Anywhere you go along the Suncoast, you're going to be looking at temperatures mostly in the low 70s. And the rain is now starting to become a little bit more of a factor across parts of central Florida. The northern part of the state also getting the rain showers. We are going to be getting rain later today during the nighttime periods and into the overnight time periods. But right now we're just looking at cloudy conditions, and those clouds are going to be around for most of the day. But you can start to see some of those showers coming on in. But we'll be talking about this cold front and what it is going to do for our forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, good tease. Thank you, Wendy. Checking the roads right now. Some buildup there on 301 as you start heading toward Ellington. Otherwise, pretty quiet in Manatee County. Checking farther south, some blips there on the road. It looks like, well, the roads have kind of changed on us right now. It looks like that is University, gotten smaller as you head eastbound around Whitfield, perhaps. Checking farther south, a little blip there, 41 northbound as you head toward Tarpon Point.
Our top story this hour. It's been nearly a month since a Manatee County man was found guilty of second-degree murder after gunning down a couple in their Bradenton home with two others during an armed robbery. Despite
some clear surveillance video, one of the jurors says that racism played a role in the jury's deliberation. Let's go live now to the Manatee County Courthouse. And Marla Spence with details of what's happening this morning. Marla?
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. That's right. A judge here at the Manatee County Courthouse will be hearing arguments on whether the defense attorney for 21-year-old Jimmy McNair will be allowed to interview a juror. Now, McNair was convicted along with two others in a deadly shooting of Kentrell Brooks and Esther Deanis back in 2015. A juror on that trial raised concerns that racism may have played a role in the jury's deliberation back in November due to how she says she was treated. Now, that juror submitted a letter to the clerk of Circuit Court of Manatee County November 17th, and in that letter it details how she, as a juror, she believes she was poorly treated by other jurors, and she also says she believed it was because of her race and also her gender. Now, I spoke to her on yesterday, and she tells me that she was the only African-American woman on that jury out of 14 other jurors. Now, in that letter, she also mentioned how she doesn't think that someone could get a fair trial based on how she was treated. Now, that hearing starts at 9 o'clock this morning, and that juror will not be in that hearing, but she says that her attorney will. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Marla. We'll have updates on that case throughout the day. Happening in Washington, the House and Senate have approved a 2-week continuing resolution to avoid a government shutdown.
The measure will keep federal agencies operating through December 22nd. Money for government programs was set to run out at midnight last night if Congress didn't authorize more resources. In the House, 14 Democrats joined the GOP in voting for the bill. So now both parties will work with President Trump to try and hammer out a long-term deal. For the first time ever, a senator and a congressman both resigned yesterday in the wake of sexual misconduct allegations.
That's right. ABC's Arlette Sayez has more from Washington.
Calling it the worst day of his political life, Senator Al Franken acknowledged it's time to go.
In the coming weeks, I will be resigning as a member of the United States Senate.
8 women have accused the Minnesota Democrat of sexual misconduct. Franken has apologized for some of his behavior, but was clear.
Some of the allegations against me are simply not true.
Franken bowed to pressure from dozens of his colleagues to step down.
Enough is enough.
But took this parting shot at President Trump and Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore.
I, of all people, am aware that there is some irony in the fact that I am leaving while a man who has bragged on tape about his history of sexual assault sits in the Oval Office, and a man who has repeatedly preyed on young girls campaigns for the Senate with the full support of his party.
The president and Moore each face multiple allegations of sexual misconduct, allegations they deny. And now, Republicans are seeing the first in their party to fall on Capitol Hill. Arizona Congressman Trent Franks announced he'll step aside as he faced an ethics investigation. In a statement, Franks acknowledged the inquiry regarding his discussions of surrogacy with two female subordinates, making each feel uncomfortable. Franks insists, "I have absolutely never physically intimidated, coerced, or had or attempted to have any sexual contact with any member of my congressional staff." And one other lawmaker is also under scrutiny, Republican Blake Farenthold. The House Ethics Committee has started an investigation to look into allegations Farenthold may have sexually harassed a former staffer and potentially retaliated against her for complaining. At least two of his colleagues have called for Farenthold to resign. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
And a former congressman is out at Morgan Stanley because of alleged misconduct. Ford served 5 terms in the House of Representatives as a Democrat from Tennessee, and he had worked at Morgan Stanley since 2011. According to the Huffington Post, a woman interviewed by Morgan Stanley's HR department claims that Representative Harold Ford Jr. harassed and intimidated and forcibly grabbed her during a professional meeting in Manhattan several years ago. Ford has denied all of those allegations.
In Michigan, former USA gymnastics team doctor Larry Nassar was sentenced to 60 years in federal prison on child porn charges. Police say they found more than 37,000 images on his computer during an investigation. He also admitted in Michigan's Eaton County Court to sexually assaulting 7 girls. He'll be sentenced on those charges on January 12th.
This just in, overnight, firefighters across Southern California are continuing their battle against 6 major wildfires. And now hurricane force winds are making their job all the more challenging. California's Department of Forest and Fire Protection tweeted that the new fires, the Lilac Fire in San Diego County and the Liberty Fire in Riverside County, are now being fanned. Look at this video, are being fanned by brutal wind gusts and low humidity. The fires have consumed nearly 120,000 acres. At least 500 buildings have been destroyed. 20,000 homes are now at risk, and more than 200,000 people have been forced from their homes. And get this, because of all the roads, people that are attempting to use traffic apps like Waze and others are finding that the apps are steering them right back into the fires because they aren't being updated. And worse, the fire could burn for at least 2.5 more weeks out there.
There's a lot of potential for some large fire growth on the north and west side of this fire in the next 24 to 48 hours.
This predicted wind event should last through Saturday, so we've got several days before we're out of the woods.
Over 300 public and charter schools in the Los Angeles area will be staying closed today. Health officials are also advising residents still in the area to limit their time outside because of all that smoke.
Happening in Florida, State Senator Greg Steube is saying more now about his goal to end daylight savings time here in the Sunshine State. He's filing a bill in the state Senate that would end turning the clocks twice a year.
And they said, why is it that we have to change our clocks back? We don't appreciate it at all. We don't like it. It's a pain.
Only 2 other states don't have daylight savings time.
And we're learning new details. The man accused of killing 4 people in Tampa, he's now formally indicted on 4 charges of premeditated first-degree murder in the Seminole Heights killings. Howell Donaldson III was formally charged yesterday in the deaths of Benjamin Mitchell, Monica Hoffa, Anthony Noboa, and Ronald Felton. Donaldson has been held without bond since his arrest back on November 28th. He's scheduled to be arraigned next Tuesday. And we're learning more about his parents, who are in some trouble of their own. They were in court yesterday to explain why they're not cooperating with authorities. Prosecutors say Howell and Rosita Donaldson refused to answer questions during a meeting with investigators earlier this week. They say Donaldson's parents are committing contempt by not cooperating, but the Donaldson's lawyer says investigators are trying to divide the family by forcing the parents to testify against their son. A judge will determine whether a hearing should be held on that matter.
A construction project is now underway at the Sunshine Skyway rest areas in Manatee and Pinellas counties. The Pinellas County Skyway rest area is closing for renovations. This as crews construct new rest areas, lighted parking lots, and repair a seawall. The Manatee County rest area will also be updated to accommodate a new picnic pavilion. The closure should last until next fall. The fishing piers will remain open during the closure. The entire project should be completed by the fall of 2019.
And yesterday we were talking about the bridge too, how it's going to be hosting a run.
A run, yes.
right.
Yes, the first ever since it's opened, yes.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I tell you what, lots of activity around there.
I would just imagine jogging across the Sunshine Skyway.
The hill alone.
Oh, yes. I mean, the
tough
most
one.
that we've ever seen are speed bumps around.
Yes.
So this is really going to be
Yes.
something
That's
else,
an
right?
uphill one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we've got the first alert forecast coming up, and wait till you hear about it.
What a tease. Also ahead, first alert traffic and a drug dog for rent.
That's right. We're going to tell you about a new canine program that's helping law enforcement stop the spread of opioids into your home when we come back.
Here's a peek outside from our Sky Tower radar. Some fog right now. Wendy says that'll be changing. Her complete weekend forecast after this.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Naomi, my California closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closet story.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our boogie-woogie bugle boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Well, we are cloudy this morning. We've got some rain to our north. We're going to see some showers developing later on today as well. And we also have a little bit of fog today, but it's not anything like we saw yesterday. So it's just patchy fog. You may run into it today as you're driving. So just give yourself a little bit of extra time as you're heading out the door. And you can see some of these showers now moving on across parts of Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, and all the way over into Polk County. We don't have anything right here across our area, but we've got a swath of rain that is all the way extending from Texas across the southeast and all the way over to the Carolinas. And now we're getting a little bit of a mix of snow and icy conditions there as well. And we're expecting the rain to make its way down across the state of Florida throughout the overnight time period tonight. So later today, we could start to see some showers developing and then some thunderstorms possibly over the overnight time period and into the early morning hours tomorrow. So we've got this cold front that's going to be moving on down. You can see some of these showers are going to be on the heavy side later on today. So beginning at around 10, 11 o'clock tonight is when we're likely to see these showers coming on through. And then during the overnight time period, we've got 100% chance of rain before things start to clear out beginning on Saturday afternoon. And you can see the clearing skies developing over the northern part of our state down through central Florida. We're still going to be seeing a mix of cloudy weather at around 2, 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. But then things are really going to be clearing out and we're going to end up with plenty of sunshine for the rest of the weekend and colder temperatures as well. So that's also what's coming. So what we've got right now are the winds are coming in out of the south. That's helping to keep our temperatures on the upside throughout the day today. We'll see our highs around 78 degrees. We may get some fog in the mix once again throughout the afternoon hours, but then the rain showers come on through. That's going to start to develop beginning around 9 through 11 o'clock. We'll see these showers and we're going to be getting some heavier rains coming on through, the possibility of thunderstorms as well. And then as those storms come on through, we're expecting to see thunderstorms across central Florida. Marginally, they'll move on through over the southern part of the state. There's the possibility of some tornadoes developing. We'll be right on the cusp of that. And as you can see, we've got some heavier rainfall amounts that are likely 1 to 2 inches of rain possibly throughout the overnight time period for later on tonight. Over the next couple of days, we'll see our temperatures back up into the 70s today, but down on the downward trend just in time for this weekend.
All right, and checking your ABC7 first alert traffic at 6:17. Actually, you know what? It's actually looking pretty good if you're going from Palmetto into Ellington. Pretty clear out there a little bit. Heading into North Sarasota County, again, not too bad. Just some little bumps here and there if you're heading into town. Just look out for one on 64. And then finally in South County, another one, a little blip there on 45 if you're heading around Tarpon Point. But other than that, the roads aren't looking too bad today. Well, police use canines every day, something we know, but this particular narcotics dog is now being trained for private use.
Reporter Kim Dacey has details of this newest weapon in the fight against opioids. Search.
Honda can sniff drugs in a matter of seconds and alerts her handler, Chris Ittenauer, who runs canine protection and detection. He brings Honda into businesses, halfway houses, and most recently, into private homes.
There's a lot of concern from parents, mostly the moms. Moms call because they're concerned that their kids are bringing narcotics in their house. Honda, search.
For $150, Honda will sniff out any drugs in the home. He says it's quicker and much more thorough than a parent searching on their own.
The only way we're going to find it is with a dog. We find stuff in the AAA batteries, cigarette packs, rolled up socks. I mean, unless you've got a whole entire day to go through every article in a room, you're not going to find it. Dog will come in 2-3 minutes, we're done. We'll find it and move on.
Ittenauer marks any hits with blue tape and lets the homeowner deal with the situation. Scott DeHorty, executive director of Maryland House Detox, says the next step should be an immediate call to professionals for help and advice.
In Anne Arundel County, we have the safe stations at the fire departments, we have mobile crisis. There are a lot of really good treatment centers around to call for immediate help.
He recommends confronting your child as soon as possible. This is an epidemic that has claimed too many lives to wait or be concerned about breaking your child's trust.
There was a point in time where I would see this service and as a therapist maybe shy away from it. We're in a different time now.
Ittenauer hopes with Honda's help he can save lives and help put an end to the opioid epidemic.
And if we can catch the kids at a young age and show that there's a different route besides just getting high, that there's more fun things to do, we can actually nip it in the bud.
Still ahead in Good Morning Suncoast, a New Jersey town is causing some controversy in their newest attempt to curb traffic.
We're going to tell you why officials say apps like Google Maps and Waze are forcing them to give out tickets to drivers trying to take all those good shortcuts after this.
Here's a peek outside. Fog right now. That'll be changing, and a big change for the weekend forecast. Wendy has details in about 10 minutes.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows. Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Indeed, an unusual day yesterday on Capitol Hill. Not only did the government vote to avert a shutdown last night, how often does this happen? A member of the Senate, a member of the House, both resigned yesterday in the wake of sexual allegations.
Right, there's a lot going on in that tower cam shot right there, right inside that building. So much going on this week. Shutdown averted for at least 2 weeks until December 22nd.
It might look peaceful right there, but it's not that peaceful inside.
A lot going on in that building. All right, and just a reminder, if you guys have any pictures or video that you would like to see on our show, hint, we'd love to see your creative elf on a shelf pictures. We love this, at least me anyway.
Yeah.
You can connect with us right there on Facebook. All of our Facebook pages are up there right now, so feel free to give us a like and stay updated and stay up to date on what we are doing right here on Good Morning Suncoast.
Also have our Facebook Friday Live at 8 o'clock this morning on our ABC7 Facebook page. Your chance to ask Stephanie questions.
That's right. Looking for, I will answer all your questions, or at least the ones that the FCC will allow me to answer anyway.
Fair enough, yes.
Welcome back. It is 6:23 and a town in New Jersey is set to fine drivers who use its streets as a shortcut around traffic.
What does that mean? Lindsay Davis explains why officials are now blaming some popular traffic apps.
In this morning's GMA First Look,
Leonia, New Jersey is pulling out all the stops in an attempt to curb traffic. As of January 15th, during morning and evening rush hour, the town will close access to dozens of local streets, all because of the town's proximity to New York City.
It can get dangerous, a lot of traffic coming through the local streets.
It puts us at a standstill. You can't get emergency equipment around. You can't get police to respond to calls.
Officials blame apps like Google Maps and Waze for directing people to their streets to avoid traffic on the main roads leading to the George Washington Bridge.
The way these apps work is once one road gets filled up, it filters the vehicles to another road, to another road, to another road. And basically our whole town becomes filled with traffic.
And we'll have the latest on this town fighting back coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift for someone special to you, give a gift that will be truly appreciated. The Omaha Steaks Favorite Gift Package. It's filled with $232 worth of great food for just $59.99. That's 74% off only on this special holiday offer. The people on your nice list will receive 4 tender, mouth-watering filet mignons, 4 extra thick boneless pork chops, 4 premium boneless chicken breasts, 4 classic juicy Omaha Steaks burgers, 4 stuffed baked potatoes, and 4 caramel apple tartlets. Your order will be delivered straight to your home or the destination of your choice, so you can give this wonderful gift to anybody on your holiday list. As a special holiday gift from us to you, if you order right now, we'll include 4 additional Omaha Steaks burgers free. That's 8 total. You get it all. Omaha Steaks Favorite Gift Package, a $232 value for just $59.99. Give everyone a gift they can appreciate. Give them the Favorite Gift Package from Omaha Steaks today.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-683-9262.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for as little as $24,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Have a great holiday.
Happy holidays from ABC 7.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a Newtown man found guilty of killing 2 neighbors. We'll have the reaction from one of the victim's daughters.
Plus, 2 arrests in Sarasota County for skimming at the gas pumps. Will tell you which gas stations were targeted.
And Longboat Key residents could make money in exchange for taking down some pine trees. We'll tell you how, those stories, and so much more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Friday morning. It is 6:30 and I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. December the 8th. John Scalzi off for another week or so, and Wendy Ross is here with the tales of a big change in our weather.
She's loving this weather. She wants the cold. She loves the cold.
I want it. I have been talking about this for weeks now. I have wanted this colder weather to come on through, and I just want you to know that when you're talking about 60 degrees as cold temperatures, nobody's feeling sorry for us. I just want you to know. Right now, though, it's 74 degrees. We have cloudy skies. Winds are coming in out of the south at around 10 miles per hour. All around our Suncoast, we're looking at temperatures in the low 70s right now. The rain is starting to come on through. It's affecting the Tampa Bay area northward, but we're going to have our turn later on today as we have showers and the possibility of thunderstorms also in our forecast. So right now, things are quiet. We do have some patchy fog. Give yourself a little bit of extra time out there.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Checking first alert traffic right now. You'll see on Manatee Avenue West some slowdowns heading toward Holmes Beach. Also on the roads right now, you'll see State Road 70, some congestion east of the interstate around Lakewood Ranch and the Walmart Plaza right there. Also farther south, you'll see, hard to tell what the roads are anymore there. Bee Ridge Road, I believe that is. Let's go to the farther south map and check that one out. US 41 has some congestion in both directions at 6:32 on your Friday morning.
Our top story this hour, it's been nearly a month since a Manatee County man was found guilty of second-degree murder after gunning down a couple in their Bradenton home with 2 others during an armed robbery.
Now, one of the jurors says that racism could have played a part in the jury's deliberation. Let's go live now to the Manatee County Courthouse and our Marla Spence with the details of this morning's event. Marla.
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. That's right. This is the letter that was sent by one of the jurors to the clerk of Circuit Court of Manatee County, and in this letter, it details how that juror believes that she was poorly treated in that courtroom, and she says she believes it was based on her gender and also her race, and she says based on how she was treated, she doesn't think that anyone in the courtroom could get a fair trial. Now, that juror was selected for the Jimmy McNear trial. McNear was convicted along with 2 others in the fatal shootings of Cantrell Brooks and Esther Deanis back in 2015. I spoke to the juror, and she says that she wants to remain anonymous. She tells me that she was the only African-American female on the juror out of 14 other jurors, and in that letter she also says that she doesn't think that anyone could get a fair trial, like I said, based on how she was treated in that courtroom. Now, this morning there is a hearing, and although the juror will not be in court, she says that her attorney will be. Reporting live outside of the Manatee County Courthouse, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. Talk to you soon.
That's right. All right, now an update on a jury's guilty verdict for a Sarasota man accused of murdering 2 well-known members of Newtown community. It was back in June of 2015 that Ronald Howard was accused of shooting and killing 2 longtime neighbors of his on 33rd Street in Sarasota. Now, the police officers at the time responded to the single-family residence where 65-year-old Johnny Campbell and 83-year-old Carlos Suarez Jr. had been shot. One victim died at the residence, while the other died after being transported to Sarasota Memorial Hospital. According to police, the victims and the suspect had known each other for some time. The prosecuting attorney and family members of the 2 victims were elated that Howard was guilty on all counts.
He was found to be guilty of premeditated murder in the first degree for both Johnny and Carlos, and also the fact that he had a weapon in his possession. He's a convicted felon 8 times over.
It's like a huge weight lifted off my chest, you know. It's been a long time. Like, we've been having a comeback for trial dates and stuff. It's been a lot, you know. I'm just glad that justice was served.
Howard will receive life without parole on both of those premeditated murder charges.
Sarasota County Sheriff deputies are charging 2 Miami men with installing skimming devices at 3 area gas stations. Here they are. Deputies say they found 2 devices, cordless drills and keys that gives access to gas pumps after a search of the car belonging to Michelle Verona Savdera and Yoandy Prados. Detectives say these 2 installed gas skimmers at the Sunoco and Citgo stations on Bee Ridge Road, as well as a 7-Eleven on South Trail. Customers who've bought gas at these spots are encouraged to check their bank statements for suspicious transactions.
And we've got some new developments this morning involving a burglary earlier this week in Manatee County. An unknown person allegedly entered the Bradenton Vet Hospital and stole a freezer unit from inside that facility. Police released this photo of the burglar's truck, which they think might be a Nissan Frontier, last seen leaving the scene on 17th Avenue West. Now, if you have any information, call the Bradenton Police Department at the number right there on your screen, or you can email them at crimetips@cityofbradenton.com.
The mayor of Venice is having to answer some questions regarding a controversial photo that is floating around social media right now.
Mayor John Hollick says it was all in good fun, but our Rick Adams has that picture.
Well, we did catch up with the mayor here about the photo, and what he says is that it's all a big misunderstanding. This is the picture that has surfaced. It shows Venice Mayor John Hollick grabbing the chest area of a woman. The mayor says what was in the woman's shirt were either balloons or small soccer balls, and his hand was placed on her chest.
My hand was on the dress, but the only thing that I would have felt would have been either the balloon or the shrunken athletic ball. I was not touching her breast.
Hollick says the picture was taken at least a year ago when he was in downtown Venice with his wife. That's when a group dressed as pirates approached them. One of the women recognized the mayor and wanted to take a picture with him.
I'm sorry that it happened. I can't apologize to the woman. I don't know who she is. I can apologize to the city that I let it happen.
Many folks we talked with near City Hall had mixed reaction to the picture. A lot of them saying more information needs to come out before any judgment is made. For Venice residents Sharon and Donald Matthews, they tell us they are disturbed by the picture.
Disgusted. I just don't understand why a man would put his hand any place around a woman's breast. I mean, that's just, you don't do it.
It's just unacceptable behavior to do that. Joking or not.
When we asked the mayor if this is something where he feels he should step down from his position, this is what he told us.
If that's what the people, not a person, but if the people say something should be done, I will definitely listen. I mean, I'm not, this is not a career for me. This is a job that I do with passion for the city.
And regarding who took the picture, the mayor says he doesn't know. Time will tell exactly how all this plays out. Reporting from Venice, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
New this morning, Manatee County commissioners have approved using bed tax dollars to restore the Anna Maria Pier and to buy the premier sports campus in Lakewood Ranch. The county is set to contribute almost $6 million in annual proceeds from that 5% tourist tax for both projects. You might recall the pier was damaged earlier this year during Irma, forcing it to close to the public. The county will try to approve the purchase of the premier sports complex by the end of this year.
Residents on Longboat Key could be reimbursed for removing Australian pine trees. Trees that could cause potential damage to infrastructure or block roads can be removed, and residents could receive up to $750 if they request the tree be removed by town-appointed officials. Now, residents that remove the trees that could fall on the Gulf of Mexico Drive or on buildings along that road, they can receive a reimbursement of up to $1,500. Now, a similar program that ran from 2005 to 2009 removed 102 Australian pines.
The 8 finalists for the Manatee County Education Awards received personal visits this week from Superintendent Diana Green. There are 4 finalists each for the Educator of the Year Award and the Employee of the Year Award. The finalists for the first one include Heather Anderson of King Middle, Richard Daynell of Lee Middle, Carrie Ling of Braden River, and Mallory Ray of Mills Elementary. The finalists for Employee of the Year are Colette Matthews and Pam Miller of the district's Matsky Complex, Marie Muller of Onico Elementary, and Aaron White of the Palmetto Elementary School.
3 local high schools may have to look elsewhere for a graduation venue. The air conditioning at Robarts Arena in Sarasota is broken. Last year, the arena's management spent $57,000 to repair enough of the 50-plus-year-old units to have graduation, but the county never chipped in. Now, the money had been allocated by Sarasota County, but it hasn't been released due to a lack of available funds. The schools affected include Riverview, Booker, and Northport High School.
Happening today, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office hosting their annual awards banquet. The banquet will honor the Deputy of the Year, as well as Non-Certified Employee of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, and Humanitarian of the Year. It's all set to start at 11:30 a.m. this morning at the Renaissance on 9th Street in Bradenton.
Happening tomorrow, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is celebrating their big move after 30 years in downtown Sarasota. They're hosting a free, family-friendly event at their new headquarters on Cattle Ridge Boulevard. The official ribbon cutting is set for 10 a.m. with an open house to follow. You can take a tour, grab some food, check out some music, and watch some very interesting canine demonstrations as well. The first 200 people will also receive a complimentary Sheriff's Office t-shirt. And also happening tomorrow, the Sarasota Police Department is hosting their 6th year of Shop with a Cop. SPD officers will be at local Target stores with 100 children in need, covering the cost of Christmas toys and gifts for each one of them. The event will run throughout the day, and the kids will all be able to have their holiday a little bit early.
And most importantly, the kids will be out there at 6 o'clock in the morning. That is an incentive to wake up early on a Saturday morning.
Sure is. It sure is.
Wendy says the kids need to bundle up tomorrow morning, though.
Yeah.
We are going to be seeing some cooler weather coming on through. Oh, did I say that with a big smile?
Yes,
on my
she's
face?
loving this one. It is good football weather for this weekend, though. This is football weather.
It is. It's good football weather. It makes you feel a little bit more alive out there.
Yes.
You have to bundle up, get to wear your boots. Oh my gosh! It's all about the look. It's all about the look.
Wear the knee-high boots, people.
We've
Girls,
got the
it's time.
coming up. You better believe it.
All right, thanks, Wendy. And still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in Suncoast First Alert traffic. And December is in full swing, and that means the winter temps are on the way.
It's a little chilly out there, so how should you fend off some colds? We'll have details on the way. But first, here's a peek outside at a beautiful, I can't say a beautiful sky. I see some clouds up there.
Yeah, it's a little cloudy, but still looking good.
Wendy's forecast is up next.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
So I never had closet systems before. Our designer, Bridget, was able to listen and ask the right questions, taking our ideas and making them happen. We were totally satisfied from beginning to end. I knew the California Closets would help me with every aspect of the design process, and they delivered 100%. My name is Teresa, and this is my California Closet story.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these other injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-604-1698. That's 800-604-1698.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with EyeSight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
As we take a look outside, you can see the cloudy weather that's out there. We also have some patchy fog as well, but not the dense fog that we saw yesterday morning at this hour. And things are going to be clearing up just slightly throughout the day, but those clouds are going to stay with us because we do have showers on the way. They're going to be coming in a little bit later on today, and you can see some of that rain now affecting parts of the Tampa Bay region. But across the southeastern part of the country, that's where all of this wet weather has been sitting for the past couple of days, and it is on the move. So that front is going to start to make its way down the state, and it's going to be bringing with it some of these showers. There are a couple of low pressure systems out here in the Gulf as well, riding along that front, and that will also help to set up the showers that we're going to be seeing throughout the latter part of the day today, throughout the overnight time period, and into tomorrow morning. So that's the time frame that we're going to be looking at all these showers and the possibility of thunderstorms coming on through. And then by Saturday afternoon, things start to clear out and the cold weather moves in. So that's what we're going to be seeing just in time for this weekend. There's the possibility we'll see some thunderstorms tonight developing here across central Florida. And then there's also a possibility we could see some tornadoes farther down to the south. We'll be right on the edge of that, but that's something we're going to have to look out for. And in the meantime, plenty of rainfall is going to be taking place across the region. Anywhere from 1 to 2 inches is possible with these thunderstorms as they come on through a little bit later on. The other thing that you're going to be noticing are the colder temperatures. Now today, that's not going to be a factor. Today we're going to see our temperature highs around 78 degrees, maybe even 80 for some places. And already we're looking at temperatures in the 40s right now across the northern part of the state, 70s for us, and we're only going to go up throughout the day today. But then as the weekend comes along, we're going to see a high of about 77 degrees for us. Take a look at the temperatures here over the northern part of the state, and then the cold front comes on in, and that's when we start to see changes developing. So throughout the morning hours on Saturday, already a 10-degree difference, and then as the day wears on, did you notice it's not changing? Yeah, it doesn't change very much. And then for Saturday night, temperatures get down into the 40s for us. Freezing temperatures or close to freezing over the northern part of the state. So this front is going to have that kind of an impact for us. And even though 60s and 40s may not be terribly cold if you're from places like Michigan and Wisconsin, keep in mind that's almost a 20-degree drop from the daytime highs of today. So 73 degrees right now, our humidity at 96%. Winds are coming in out of the south at around 9 miles per hour. Those winds will be picking up over the weekend as well. And right now you can see we have temperatures mostly in the low to mid 70s, and this is true all across our viewing area. So here's the 7-day forecast. Be aware it is going to get cold starting this weekend.
Thank you, Wendy. Checking first alert traffic right now on this Friday morning. We'll see some problems on 301 northbound as you head toward State Road 70. Otherwise, nothing too major at this hour of the day. Farther south now into Sarasota County. Little blips there on 41 southbound after you get past State Road 70, it looks like. And finally, on our final map, all clear at 6:48 on your Friday morning.
In this hour's Health Smart, well, while we aren't likely to see any snow this winter, fingers crossed here in Florida, if you are heading up north, time to pack up those sweaters and sweatshirts. You might be concerned about how to protect your skin against all that cold. Here's Kim Hutcherson with some tips on just how to do that.
Cold, dry winter air can be rough on anyone's skin, especially those who suffer from psoriasis, a skin disorder in which the body's own immune system becomes overactive and attacks normal tissues. Cold air has an extraordinarily low moisture content, which can steal moisture from the skin. So be sure and protect yourself this winter by covering up when you go outdoors. Layer up and use moisturizers before you go outside. Indoors, cut down on those long, hot showers. Experts say they strip natural oils from the skin. Also, use a thick, fragrance-free body cream after showering, and make sure you're using the right soap. Switch to a moisturizing soap and ditch the scented body wash to avoid itchy winter skin. And a reminder, just because it's winter and less daylight doesn't mean you shouldn't be using sunscreen. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Consumer news now. While many stores are closing, Dollar General has announced plans to open hundreds more stores again next year. The discount chain announced plans to open 900 new stores for the second year in a row. Dollar stores are one of the few retail groups thriving, while many other stores have been eclipsed by the growth of e-commerce. According to the company, by the end of this year, more than 3 in 4 Americans will live within 5 miles of a Dollar General store. The problems continue for General Electric as the troubled company looks to turn things around. GE announced that it will cut 12,000 jobs in the electrical power division, which provides giant turbines and generators. The news comes weeks after GE said it would cut its stock dividend in half. That's the second such cut since the Great Depression. And GE is also looking to sell its light bulb and railroad units. The company's stock has lost 44% of its value this year. The new CEO is looking to cut costs to help GE recover. An American Airlines scheduling glitch will cost the company $10 million. You might recall last week the pilots union told the media that thousands of holiday flights weren't scheduled properly. They didn't have pilots scheduled. So to fix that, American and the union negotiated a pay increase for pilots who offered to fly for those unassigned flights. They say, therefore, no flights will be canceled. And that's good news because I am flying later this month.
Right. You know, they just have like the no-flying ones, like Tesla's doing for the Budweiser trucks. It's fine.
You first. Still had your day's top local news headlines, and Stephanie has completed her first full week on the job.
Yes, I made it.
We'll have a little surprise for her as we welcome her to the Suncoast.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
After this.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Here are some of the top stories that we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
Sarasota County Sheriff deputies arrested these two men for putting skimming devices on 3 area gas station pumps. Check your statements if you got your gas on Bee Ridge Road, either at the Citgo or Sunoco, or on the South Trail at a 7-Eleven.
Plus, the government narrowly averted a shutdown last night. Congress passed a short-term deal that will keep the government open for the next 2 weeks as both parties work on a long-term solution.
And Sarasota resident and co-founder of the Allman Brothers Band, Dickie Betts, might come out of retirement. He plans to make an announcement Tuesday on his next birthday. And finally, is the first week already done for you?
It's
in the
Friday.
can.
I made it through 5 days, 5 shows.
And besides breaking the coffee maker one morning, you've done a great job.
That's right. That's right. It's gone mostly smoothish.
So therefore, we've brought in Lynn Hobeck-Bates from the Visit Sarasota County Bureau, and you have a special gift for Stephanie Webb.
I do. We wanted to welcome you officially. We have a VIP pass. We have a lot of partners around Sarasota, like the Ringling and Moat and Selby Gardens, the Opera, a ton, Big Cat Habitat.
Wow.
So we give this out to our VIP and new
VIP
folks
pass.
that are in town. So we want to welcome you so you can go check them out. So now you can really know what's going on in Sarasota. And to have a little goodie bag for you.
I love that. Is there an inflatable air mattress in there for naps? Thank you, Lynn.
I wish, but you can put Tervis if you're familiar with Tervis.
Yes, the Tervis company is located in Venice, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
make sure you stay up to date.
All right.
I love this.
So,
Very nice.
Gift bag for you too. So
thank you so
we're
much.
so glad to have you.
From Visit
Much
Sarasota
appreciated.
County. That's our newscast. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. You're back on Monday.
I am.